welcome. It is a Friday night, and you are in the right place because you probably have a drink in your hand. You're probably getting ready to watch the finals game 2, which we are going to be opening up and talking about, and you're joining your friends, Tanya and Cody. Welcome to the Regulars. I'm Cody Decker.
I'm Tanya Ray Fox, and I'm not the one who screwed up the intro with my loud phone.
Really?
So,
Did I actually make that in? Mocha, did that sound actually get in there? Suck it, Tanya.
Wow,
Suck it, Tanya.
That's all on Mocha, though. That's Mocha being a pro.
Yes, good job, Mocha. You solved all of my problems, and I appreciate it as always. Guys, we got a lot to cover today. Tanya, we missed out on another week. I look very forward to today's catch-up corner, where we can find out some things about what you got to experience recently, and congratulations on all of that and your success. I'd love to tell you all the new things that I had to deal with this week in awesome fashion because I had a great week on The Fan in L.A.
Yes.
And the sports world, as you know, since the last time I was here with you, everything was great. Nothing was wrong,
right,
as was the theme to the show.
Yeah.
Since then, everything has gone absolutely kablooey.
Okay.
Everything's wrong, and we're cooked.
Everything's
cooked.
made up and the points don't matter. And
we're cooked.
Yeah, we're cooked as hell.
By the way, just a side note, have you heard USA's chant for the World Cup?
No.
We're cooked. Oh, Paraguay's going to win by fucking 50.
Like we debuted an actual chant that for the crowd. What is it? What is it?
I'll find it and play it on my phone so you can hear.
Oh, are you talking? Is it like a song?
Oh, it's a song that the American fans have made for us to score goals. I now don't want us to score goals, so
God.
I do not hear this song.
Oh God.
So the World Cup's coming, but USA is not.
Yeah, well,
we are in dire straits.
To be
in
fair,
the soccer world.
I'm not 100%. I can't remember if we would have made this World Cup or not without
if we weren't hosting.
I
don't think
we are not good.
We got Pulisic. What are you talking about? He's scoring 1 goal in the last 7 months.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the next Landon Donovan, Clint Dempsey, and here we are. We've got neither Landon nor Clint nor Tim. Who's? I almost said Tim Thomas.
Who's Tim Thomas?
No, that's the Bruins goaltender.
I'm about to say, I got nothing for you.
He would listen.
By the way, your voice sounds phenomenal.
I'm so sorry about this, guys. It's I'm not sick this time. This is just me spending 3.5 days talking to hundreds of people all day long and then going out all night and only sleeping 4 hours a night. But we're going to talk about why that was later on. I'm going to spill the tea about influencers, about what it was like being at a content creator space, and, being on Capitol Hill.
Can I just point out, 5 minutes ago, you sounded like you. What has happened in the last 5 minutes? Before the show started, you were Tanya was like, yeah, I'm a little hoarse, but everything's great. And now all of a sudden this show is starting. You sound like Roseanne Barr now.
I really don't know. I think it might be the volume at which I'm speaking. I'm trying to speak as loud as you are.
You don't need to. There's a microphone. You can speak very, very here. We can have a quieter show.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
How does it sound?
We can go ahead and just get right into the sports of it all. Let's do it. Headline number 1, Tanya.
Well, we're obviously going to be entering into game 2 of the NBA Finals during this show. It starts in like 25 minutes. But we have game 1 under our belt. We know what that looked like. And it was the Knicks nixing their asses off.
In the fourth quarter, yeah. Captain Clutch showed up again. By the way, I want to make this abundantly clear, he did not have a good first half. Although, injury scares, came out of the game a little early, but I thought the Knicks showed plenty of rust in that first half. And like you said, Knicks did what the Knicks do in the fourth quarter.
The power of friendship.
Oh my God, it was
They're
amazing.
winning games with the power of friendship, and you love to see it. I do think that, so when we were talking about this, the general consensus, as we were talking about it, was whoever wins, Thunder or Spurs, they're going to be the favorites going into the finals.
And they were the favorites.
Absolutely what happened.
Yeah.
And then the thing that we were also talking about, which is, but if the Knicks do their thing, if they're not, coming off of the rest, if they're not rusty, the Knicks they've proven that they can just beat anybody at whatever game they are playing.
They have, yes.
At any point in time. Now, I didn't get to watch the first half of the game. I was watching the second half on the plane when I was finally able to get it up. And I saw, I think within the first 3 minutes of watching, 3 Josh Hart steals.
Yeah, he was amazing.
It was, and then obviously Jalen Brunson kicks in, starts doing what he's doing. Everybody was doing the thing they were supposed to be doing at the very elite, at the best level.
OG Anunoby had a great night. It was all hands on deck, really, especially that fourth quarter, and especially coming back 17 down to the third.
And the thing is, Cody, for that to be the way that they played in San Antonio.
Yeah, it was very impressive.
This was not at MSG because I think we all agreed that like this team's probably going to win at least a game at Madison Square Garden. That seemed sort of inevitable. They're riding too much of a high.
Real quick,
Yeah.
the name you were looking for earlier was Tim Howard.
Tim Howard. What? Yeah. Like,
And I want to
By the
make
way-
it abundantly clear. Thank you, Neil Scar.
thank you, Neil. Oh, that's
was you.
Neil. That's my guy.
Oh,
That's,
Neil,
okay,
thank
yeah,
you,
that's my old boss.
thank you. We needed you.
Thank you, Neil. Also, the Tim Howard is by far the greatest American player, soccer player for men. Like, if you had to rank them, like comes in above everybody else. So for me to forget his name, not great.
What are you gonna do?
But I can now shout out the fact that, like, to me, he's the GOAT of American soccer.
I'm sure he will be happy to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be incredibly relieved. To be fair, I do this all the time. I call him Tim Thomas all the time. It's insane.
I call him Jonathan Taylor Thomas all
Sure,
the time.
sure, of course.
JTT. Love me some JTT.
But yeah, so I thought the Knicks would I really did not see them pulling out a game in the first two.
Me
And so
neither.
now I am convinced they're winning the finals.
Okay, I like it. I think we're going 7.
I do think that this has to be a good series. The
Oh yes,
Spurs
I
are
agree.
way too good
And
for this to.
So
yeah.
here's my take on it, and I've been very, very lucky these last few weeks. Obviously, being surrounded by one Derek Fisher and being able to talk the NBA Finals with a guy that's got 5 rings, that's pretty killer. But like the aspect of about the Spurs that I really, really grew to really appreciate, especially in that 7-game series against Oklahoma City, and I think we can agree. Forget about how the Knicks are playing right now, but we can agree that Oklahoma City is a better team than the Knicks, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and I think by a fairly decent margin.
Watching that matchup was very clear that even like defensively how good the Thunder played.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks have to do a very specific thing to win games. The Thunder are a very
machine.
complete team. Yeah.
And the one thing that, in my eyes, in my view, really was the equalizer was Victor Wembanyama. When he goes off, and you can't stop it. Nothing can stop it. And what I noticed about that series that really impressed me, which I didn't think, because I thought Oklahoma City was going to win Game 7. I wanted it to be the Spurs, but I thought it was going to be Oklahoma City. But every single time that happened, every time I thought Oklahoma City got their shit together, every time it looked like they had their thing together, oh, they stopped Wemby. They figured out Wemby. That was the narrative every single time Oklahoma City won. Then the Spurs made some sort of adjustment. They made an adjustment and they fixed the problem. And then it was like watching a game of chess. Both teams were just adjusting what worked in the previous game. That's why we're getting this back and forth. And it felt like that montage in Rocky IV where Rocky's hitting directly in the face and Drago's getting hit directly in the face. And it was like poetry to watch.
Yeah.
I feel like we're going to get something very similar in this series.
Yeah.
I think we have 2 very, very talented teams, and I think that the Spurs are going to go ahead and make an adjustment tonight, get a victory. Granted, I think they need to get themselves one hell of a cushion because, as we've seen with this Knicks team, no cushion is safe. 22 points in the last series,
Yeah.
17 in this series,
Yeah.
already in Game 1 on the road. I don't know what else to say other than, yeah, you ain't wrong. But I'm still leaning Spurs, and I think we're going 7 in this bad boy. At least, you know
Yeah.
what? If nothing else, I hope we're going 7 in this series.
I want nothing more than 7 games of these two
Couldn't
teams.
agree
I like
more.
these teams
I don't want
so
this to
much.
end.
I was so happy when the Spurs won. The way that they won, too, it was really interesting because the way they won was by the end of that Game 7 against the Thunder, they were managing Wemby because he was in foul trouble. They needed that Champagne. I always forget how to say his name.
I always just say
That was
Champagne. You call it that.
Champagne.
Champagne.
He was hitting like every shot he was taking.
Yes, he was.
It's always something like that, right? That's going to put you over the top against a really elite team.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously the way that they're going to win against the Knicks might be different. But every single one of those kids is, first of all, the team is incredibly young. They have so much energy. They don't tire out. And defensively, when their zone, when that defense starts working, it's basically impossible. You can force timeouts to be used. You can force certain things to happen. The best part about the Knicks is that they don't give a fuck, and they have Mike Brown, and so their ability to adjust to that is really interesting as well. I think Mike Brown's a better
He's done an amazing job.
head coach than Mark Daniel, and so.
But you've heard what my issue is. My issue has nothing to do with this team. I think these 2 teams are
No,
perfect.
I know. Listen,
just
you're
hate
not the
Knicks
only.
fans.
You're not the only person to be complaining about Knicks fans.
They're the worst.
I like the whole vibe that the Knicks fans have going. Now, granted, yes, the whole like you guys wouldn't get it. Everybody gets it. You know, everybody gets being a fan of a team that hasn't won in a long time. Like, of course. But I will say, have you seen them trolling Elmo?
No.
Okay, this is pretty funny.
I'm listening. You
So-
might be able to sway me. I'm listening. Now you got my attention.
So Elmo tweeted, "I just hope both teams have fun." And Knicks fans were like, "Bitch, you're from New York." Absolutely not. There are so many tweets of people like trolling Elmo because Sesame Street's in Manhattan. He's a Knicks fan. And so I have to send you these tweets. They're really, really funny.
I'm not disagreeing that these aren't going to be fucking hilarious.
They're very funny.
They're going to be funny.
Yeah.
You think that Knicks fans yelling at Elmo is going to get me on their side, though?
Yeah,
no,
because
I think it'll be funny,
Elmo
but it'll just make me hate them more.
No, if it was any other one, anyone else from Sesame Street, I would be upset. Elmo can handle it. Elmo dishes.
Okay.
Elmo dishes.
What does Bert and Ernie think?
It's a good question.
That's all I care about now.
Our gay couple.
Our very famously gay couple.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I thought this was really funny. I know this is a complete sidebar,
Yeah.
but you know the movie He-Man is coming out, which I have no interest in seeing because Jared Leto's in it.
Oh, yeah.
I would see it. I really would go
Yeah.
and see this, but Jared Leto's in it, so
Okay.
I'm not going to see it because
standing on principle.
He's just poison.
Sure.
He's a skeleton, and I still won't fucking see it.
Fair.
Just because I know it's him.
Oh, is he Skeletor?
He's Skeletor.
Okay.
Have no interest.
Okay.
Fuck this noise. That being said, I saw a lot of people tweeting out about a lot of shit about oh my God, I can't believe how woke this went. What?
He-Man?
He-Man? The famously gay He-Man is all about, it is like the most
Woke.
on the nose story about a man who is gay.
Yeah.
He's wearing a pink,
He-Man.
guys, nuance. Like, it's not even nuanced. I mean,
I call this the Rage Against the Machine effect.
oh, it is the Rage Against the Machine effect. And I'm sitting here just going like, holy hell.
It's bad.
And like, that's when I guess Bert and Ernie made me think about it. But
Yeah.
then again, it is He-Man coming out. And
Yeah.
again, won't see it. Really busy.
Well, I hope we hear from Bert and Ernie, our gay New York couple. That'd be great.
I do. I want to see who they're.
I would love-
if Bert
I
and
would-
Ernie are rooting for the Knicks, I'm willing to listen.
Okay, well then I'm gonna do some due diligence and figure it out. I also, before we move on from this, I do want to talk about Jalen Brunson a little
He's
bit right
amazing.
now because we actually do need to acknowledge this. I specifically need to acknowledge this because I have been a little bit of a Jalen Brunson doubter. Not
really?
that I've never thought I've always thought he's like clearly
Is it
a
the
star.
short guard thing?
I'm against short people, you know how
I know. You've always said that.
and I like, it's not that I was ever like, oh, Brunson sucks. I just couldn't quite buy into him as a like star sort of like, this is the kind of player you need to win a title.
He's a star.
That's just not true.
He's a star.
He scored 13 of his 30 points in the fourth quarter, including the like 5 points in the final 2 minutes, right? That increased his clutch points total over the past 4 years to 144. The next highest player with clutch points is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with 84. Nikola Jokic has 69. Jason Tatum has 65. These are three people who've won titles, right? These are three of the best players in the league, 2 MVPs and another one that's been an MVP contender. And Jalen Brunson is nearly double the next best player. For his career, Brunson has averaged 1.47 points per minute in the clutch on 63.4% true shooting. By comparison, SGA's 0.96 led this past regular season on
it's incredible.
65% true shooting. Like, this guy is on another level. And here's the crazy one.
What's that?
He's averaging 9.5 points per fourth quarter during this playoff run. Only 5 players in the play-by-play era have averaged more fourth quarter points in the conference semifinals or beyond. Then the other ones are Dirk Nowitzki, LeBron James, and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan.
So basically, what we're saying, he's doing really good.
Like, those
He's doing really, really good.
those are like 4 of the best players in the history of the NBA.
Yeah, but
This
you're
is nuts.
But you're sitting there pointing out the impressive number of Jalen Brunson, and I appreciate that. I appreciate what he's accomplishing right now. I appreciate the numbers and the names that he's being named with. That's not the numbers that impressed me.
What's it? Okay.
Okay. How many did Joker have again?
For his like, I don't know. I don't know what you're asking me.
you said the points.
69. You're so stupid.
Nice.
That was very Gronk of you. Very Gronk of you.
Nice.
Exactly.
Yeah. Jalen Brunson's pretty great too.
No, but I mean, I genuinely like, I don't like that we get to a place where we can't appreciate
We should appreciate
the
all of it.
insanity. And we don't have the kind of conversations around the NBA and around NBA media that could facilitate really understanding what Jalen Brunson is doing, because we're all so obsessed with Wemby. And that's true. Wemby is an alien. He's going to be
I
the
will
greatest.
say, I don't think Jalen Brunson's fallen through the cracks here.
He is. I mean, this- we should
everyone
be-
is talking about this guy.
We should be talking about, so last year, think about how we talked about Tyrese Halliburton last year before he
Yeah.
got hurt. We're not talking about Brunson like that
Man,
nationally.
we must be on different forums and places and conversations because we're talking about it even here in LA on our station.
But are you talking about it like, wow, Brunson's incredible? Or are we talking
We are
about
always
this is
talking
one of
about
the greatest NBA runs we've ever fucking seen?
Oh no,
'Cause
I mean you can't deny it. We're all just saying, and then he just does what he does. Like now we expect Jalen Brunson to do this.
Yeah.
Like
I think
Jalen Brunson isn't good.
Maybe that's what I'm pushing up
Jalen
against.
Brunson's one of the best in the league, and he has been for a couple of years, and now he's proving it in the space where all the doubters had it. Now there is no doubt. The
Right.
doubt is now over.
But I feel
he
like
is that guy.
I don't like that we haven't the point that you're making is exactly right. But it's almost like, but he never got the embracing of like, well, we just know Jalen Brunson does this
Well,
now.
I guess it's a Knicks thing, too.
He never got the moment where we all look at this and say, hey, so this is fucking insane. What I want to hear out of someone's mouth is this is one of the greatest playoff performances in the history of the
And it
NBA,
is.
bar none.
Unquestionably.
Because that is the reality.
That is absolutely the reality. But I got to say, like, I think the reason the narrative around him is simply this: because he kept getting hurt, getting into this spot. He's never gotten to this spot. Now he's gotten to this spot, and he's still doing it.
Right.
But here's the thing: if he gets hurt tonight, I do not want this. I do not want this.
No, of course.
If he gets hurt tonight, though, I can't stress enough. The narrative just flips right back that he can't get you all the way to the end. Now it's
Which is bullshit.
stupid. It's
Yeah.
absolutely bullshit. But I know how this works, and you know how this works, and that's what we'll deal with.
Right.
Which again, utter bullshit. But right now, generational type of playoff run that he's having right now. He's in the finals. He won game one at the end of the fourth quarter the way he did it. The moment he hit that corner three when he finally had a clean look, that was the dagger. And that, by the way, only put them up by what, 2-3 points? That was the fucking dagger. They didn't come back off the mat after that shot. Jalen Brunson is absolutely one of the very best in the NBA, and I cannot stress this enough. I don't want him to win the finals. I don't want it for Knicks fans.
I do. I want to see it. The other thing is like
I won't be mad if he does it because I love Jalen Brunson. I love this Knicks
it's
team.
more fun.
These guys are great.
Like Spurs fans are awesome. I love a good Spurs fan. Don't get
They
me
are
wrong.
great.
But like I want the New York of it all. I want the insanity of it all. I want to hear weirdos on the street saying stuff that is so insufferable. I just want it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Either way, one of us will be happy, and that's good. All right. This has been the big news of the day. I don't know what did someone say this time? Did I?
No. I'm laughing at what the big news of the day is because I think it's funny because I believe I was on this show with you telling you this is what's going to happen.
Yes.
This is always what was going to happen.
Well, it hasn't quite happened yet, but the Bears board of directors has voted to advance on the stadium in Hammond, Indiana, which means that they would be moving the Chicago Bears out of Chicago and into a town across the state line in Indiana. The franchise announced this on Friday that the board of directors voted. World-class stadium, blah, blah, blah. Notably, this is the first time the franchise's board has voted on any stadium site. The development comes a few days after the state of Illinois did not pass legislation that would have ensured certainty in the Bears property tax for the Arlington Heights, Illinois stadium site. Warren has said that he would like the stadium project to be certain by early summer. I'm sure he would. The Chicago mayor has already pushed back, saying it's not a done deal. Governor J.B. Pritzker has said the Bears' shifting positions have hindered their progress on trying to keep them in Chicago. You and I talked about this before, that it was stupid. So we don't necessarily have to reiterate the idea of this being stupid.
No, I just can I just say this?
Yeah.
This is my take on this.
Okay.
Every football traditionalist, every one of you that pushes back on a rule or something that needs to be changed or a name change because of like an old name that might be fucking racist or something. All of you traditionalists, you can't change this because of football history. Yeah, the fucking Bears, due to financials that they are not getting to their liking with billionaire ownership, is moving out of fucking Chicago. Shut the fuck up and point at that. Just point at that forever. If you don't point at that forever and go absolutely apeshit about the Bears leaving Chicago for cheaper land in another state, that you honestly should never open your mouth one more time about a team having to change their name, about a team having to change a logo, about pink spikes being done, about Pride Night. You just shut the fuck up about all of it. Every single time if you think about opening your mouth, slap yourself in the fucking face and close your fucking mouth. The end.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it ever again from any of you fake ass traditionalists if you aren't going batshit insane about this. Have a great night.
I really like that you made that point the way that you just did, because there's a lot of people that I've seen talking about this as it's like, well, this isn't going to happen until 2030 something. Everybody's freaking out over nothing, blah, blah, blah.
Sure.
I am so tired of people not understanding what these billionaires and what these owners are doing. They are telling their fans that they are going to move out of one of the most historic stadiums in the country
Sure are.
to Indiana,
Yeah.
moving this historic franchise to another state because they won't pay for their own stadium. I've talked about this on this show again. I'm going to talk about it on this show again. These billionaires, no matter what they tell you, no matter how poor they are, no matter how team poor they are, right? All their money's in the team. That every single one of them can afford to build a billions plus dollar stadium, every single one. They get outside investors, they invest it themselves. They put the money into the stadium, they get the money back because they own a fucking NFL team, and they will have it paid off in a matter of fucking couple years. That is what Robert Kraft did. That is what they did with the Meadowlands. That is whatever it's called now. What is it called now? The
MetLife?
MetLife.
Yeah.
Whatever, right?
It's a piece of shit, but yeah.
But it's a piece of shit that the fucking people didn't have to pay for.
So at least I'll take it.
Gillette's not exactly a beautiful spot either, but it's not the worst. So here's the thing. Stop doing this. To Cody's point, you guys are so fucking dumb about this, and we're constantly in every other facet of the world, every other facet of society, talking about what billionaires are doing, what corporations are doing, and how they're fucking us. These people can all afford this. You know how when you take out a business loan to start a business, the whole point is that you're going to make that money back and the loan was fucking worth it, right? That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's what billionaires can do for goddamn fucking stadiums. They make so much money off your asses, and now they're going to move. There's going to be, think about this, 2 NFL stadiums in the state of Indiana.
Yep.
What do you fucking mean?
None in Illinois. 2 in Indiana. I don't know what to say other. I'm going to say this again, and I'm going to say it till I'm blue in the face because I say it on every single show I'm on. I said it on this show this week, and I even said it to D Fish, and it actually his eyes even lit up because like I've actually never heard it said this way. Okay. I'm going to say it again in case we have a new viewer. I've said this on the show.
Oh, my mom loves this.
I want you to understand what numbers are.
Yeah.
Before you start talking about millionaires, billionaires, and trillionaires, just understand what fucking numbers are. And what's the one thing we can all relatively understand? Time. Time is something that is precious to all of us. So I ask again this question to everybody who will listen. And I hate that I have to explain this that I would to a child, but truly, if you hear it this way and put it into perspective, you might fucking wake up. How long is 1 million seconds, Tanya?
11.7 days.
Exactly 11.7 days. A billion seconds, however, is 31.7 years. 11.7 days is a million seconds. 31.7 years is a billion seconds. Equate it to money now, and let's look at it this way. Tanya, you have $1 billion. Me, I have $1 million. Kids in the class, how much more money does Tanya have than Cody? The answer is $1 billion fucking dollars.
So
Fuck!
we're gonna be like this every single time this happens. So if this bit doesn't work for you, maybe tune out.
We're gonna repeat it on Monday, next Thursday, because we're doing the show next Thursday.
Yeah.
The following week, we're gonna change the fucking title to this sentence if we have to, till you all fucking get it.
$1 billion is $1 billion more than a million, gang.
I just got nothing. I read a tweet about the CBA, and they're like, what are we going to do? Are we going to root for the millionaires or the billionaires? The fucking millionaires, idiot! You root for the fucking millionaires!
Every time. Every time. It's so easy.
Life is really hard.
Well, it's hard when you have a brain and you know things.
Oh.
It really is. It's very hard. Now, granted, we are beautiful, but that's all we have right now.
That's all we got. Let's go to headline number 3.
Okay, so this is just a little fun side note. A lot of people have been a little confused about what happened with Shedeur Sanders and his payday from the NFLPA.
I thought that was
recently.
quite a payday, and I didn't really. I'll admit I don't know the details. So talk to me.
Yeah. So here's why he was paid a record $17.7 million by the NFLPA. Okay. So he signed a 4-year contract worth about $4.5 million after being selected in the 5th round. Now, when he signed this deal, you go into this relationship with the NFLPA, and they are going to pay you for certain things that are sold that are part of attached to your name, right? So this was disclosed from the NFLPA's annual report, which was filed this week with the Department of Labor, and across 13 installments to his limited liability corporation, which is SS2 Legendary, the largest payment was totaled more than $9.2 million. It came from largely cards. Playing, what are they? Trading cards.
Oh, okay.
So trading cards, collectibles, video games. Jerseys were not included in this.
Fascinating.
So his jersey sales were not included in this. The figures reported by the NFLPA do not take into account the individual endorsement deals or anything like that. This is all stuff that's licensing around his NFL persona. And the craziest part about this is the biggest payout of this kind prior to this was Tom Brady making $9.5 million during the 2021-2022 season, which was his final season in the NFL, I believe. So he has destroyed that. I mean, no one's even come close. Mm-hmm. In recent years, no one's come close. For Tom Brady's to be the most at 9.7 or whatever the fuck, that's insane. Here's my takeaway.
I'm listening.
I think we've talked about this before on the show, but if not, we're talking about it now. Shedeur Sanders, as much as everybody wants to talk about how there's all the hate train around him in the media and there's the haters on the internet. This is a perfect example of how online discourse does not always translate to the real world ramifications of someone's popularity. Mm-hmm. Shedeur Sanders, by this metric, is the most popular NFL player.
Interesting.
In terms of what you're able to license through some of this stuff, the most popular rookie player, right? Or person on the specific. So the reality is there is what happened by him being drafted in the 5th round was it upped all of the value of anything that would be associated with his name, because everybody said this guy's supposed to be a 1st round pick. He got drafted in the 5th round. We're basically talking about gambling, right? Well, if
they all bought high on him.
This rookie card could be worth so much money if Shedeur Sanders, who was passed over and whatever else, is now going to, eventually be the starting quarterback. Maybe he makes the playoffs. Maybe he wins a Super Bowl someday, and I have a Shedeur Sanders rookie card.
Yeah,
that's what happened.
That's funny. I have actually. And I guess I've never really thought about it this way because I was never that guy during the PA when it came to cards and all that. Right. I got a check that was a collective, but it was I got a huge check.
You didn't get $17 million?
No, let's slow down.
Damn.
But I got a nice check. It was cool. But I will say it is fascinating that people buying into that because I don't even think about the card aspect and the collectibles aspect as almost futures buying. Right. Because it's so passe. Right. That I kind of when I say passe, that was collectibles was a big thing in the 90s and the 80s. Right. And I feel like in the 2000s it kind of dissipated and hasn't become. Now what like I always say, whatever's old is always somehow new again. Right. It's funny enough. I just did an interview the other day and they were asking me my thoughts on radio. I'm like, I think radio, especially sports radio, is going to have a massive uptick because I think it's something that's old that becomes new again type of thing. Collectibles,
like records,
how vinyl's a thing again. Obviously to a more niche audience, but collectibles, if it's generating this much money, let's be real clear, this is not a niche market. This is a market.
Yeah, well, but I do think that there is something very specific to Shedeur Sanders and by what people saw,
fascinating, and what they think can happen.
They saw there, because if you look at the next highest being Tom Brady in 2021, 2022,
that's wild.
That was his final season. It was that season where he had retired and then came back, right?
Yeah. That's wild.
So what everybody did was, this is officially Tom Brady's final season. Now we're buying the cards and the merchandise and all the collectibles.
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing they did with him as a rookie. So really fascinating. I love that's because that's a crazy ass payday. Shedeur Sanders making that much money off of being in the NFL is on this like very small rookie deal. Iconic.
It's pretty
there's
badass.
something for I don't know how young. I don't think we have a ton of super young viewers, but like I don't think people understand how big of a like personality truly Deion Sanders was in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Prime time as a nickname made the most sense for him over any player that's ever existed. Like he really was exactly that dude that didn't give a fuck and made a lot of money not giving a fuck, while a bunch of people told him that he could never be like that. And still, you know, like there was so many people pushing back on his personality at the time.
Yeah, big time.
And so it's really crazy to watch Shedeur do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's wild.
And he's getting paid for it, as he
Yes.
should. And I'm
So there
happy
you
for
go.
it.
And I'm glad I was able to teach you a little bit about what happened. And how
I
it worked.
appreciate that.
Yes.
You taught me, and now I've learned that the actual commodities market like that is
Yeah.
actually a real market. My
Yeah,
goodness. I
absolutely.
never would have thought that. I never thought that market would return inside. I knew the
Yeah.
card thing was kind of making a massive jump again, but I really didn't think about collectibles and
Well, I
everything
mean, I don't
else
think I
around
still
it.
don't think it's as big as it was.
But it's still growing.
If there's a perfect little cocktail of I see this opportunity as this turning into some sort of investment.
Honest question, and I would love to see
Yeah.
numbers on this because I doubt you might not know this, but if anyone does, please get in the chat and tell us. Do you think that NFT's absolute embarrassing destruction led to like resurgence of actual tangible collectibles?
I have no numbers on that, but common sense would
that's
indicate
what-
it,
that's
right?
what my mind
Yeah, it
thinks.
absolutely does feel like that's something that could have happened. Where, well, not only that, there's the NFTs, there's the fall of Bitcoin
Yeah.
and digital
So
coin
like
and
digital world is like the metaverse didn't take off. It's almost like it's
people
almost like
are
what,
starting to realize
Yeah.
that anything that lives on the internet isn't quite as
it's not as guaranteed as you think.
like all those movies that are being ripped from the internet for there are a bunch of movies, actual real films that don't exist anywhere anymore. You cannot just find them. You can't pay for them. They don't exist.
By the
So
way,
people are
this is
starting to
actually
freak
so.
out.
I have so many DVDs still. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't want to get rid of them because I have them and I love them. So I agree. There is something to this. Like
Yeah.
we said, records. What's old becomes new again. It's just it's a weird
Yeah.
thing how we always do that circulating.
I love this for Shedeur. You know how I ride for him. So
I know you do.
We love this.
I know you do. All right, let's go to headline number 4. Let's do a quick little recap because I actually have so much information about both of these subjects.
I'll tackle the Garrett trade, but I would love first to hear about where the MLB CBA contract negotiations are at. I'm sorry, CBA negotiations.
I will
at.
tell you exactly where they are.
Yeah.
They haven't actually started.
Okay.
That's the answer. I hate to say this. I do appreciate Major League Baseball's PR stunt in sending that ridiculous cap and floor that they threw that way. Everything about it makes absolutely no sense. Just even by the simple metrics of comparing them to the other major sports leagues, considering the fact that the purpose of a cap is to spend 90% of said cap, but you're suggesting we pay 65%. That alone just doesn't make any sense to begin with. Not to mention you're not going to open up your books and actually show how much money is going to be made. So this is all like a clown show to begin with. As far as I can tell, and I did appreciate Bruce Meyer putting out a very strong no to it, especially after things, and he even went as far to say that this is actually an embarrassing start. It's not so much so that this is the truth. It hasn't started because what the owners proposed was not a proposal. That was a PR stunt. That's it. That was put out into the universe so you all can read it and somehow regurgitate that these owners are cash poor and can't afford players. I'm going to cite this until I die, apparently. The San Diego Padres were sold to the Seidler family in 2012 for $800 million. Peter Seidler sadly passed away a couple years ago, but in that time, that man put so much into this team. He rebranded it to like the brown and gold again. The city got so behind them. The Chargers left, so he went doubled down and said, no, Padres are San Diego's team, the end. Brought back the brown. Stadiums are being sold out. Invested money into his team. Brought in guys like Eric Hosmer. I'm not saying Eric Hosmer was like the end all be all by any stretch. He actually
but he was a huge player on a World Series winning team.
He had a rough go in San Diego, but you know what? That was like a statement. The Padres are sending money. And I'm like, okay, but if that's all they spend, I think this is going to I appreciate it, but what is it going to do? Then they spend Manny Machado. Then they spend, Xander Bogaerts. They spend Fernando Tatis Jr., who was, an MVP candidate at the time. Like, let's be real clear. They invested. They get every major pitcher that's available. If if the Dodgers are into a team, so are the goddamn Padres. Like, they're heavy hitters.
Yeah.
And their payroll is up there. Now, is it as high as the Dodgers? No, but it's high. It's in the top, I believe, it's in the top 10. I'm thinking 6th maybe right now.
Okay.
And the Padres have been in a force for the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and they've
absolutely.
been a contender for the last couple of years. And after Peter died, the family squabbled over the ownership, so they sold it for $3.9 billion. In 12 years, and I want to say that again, I wish anything can be this, you can invest in anything like this. But in 12 years, an $800 million investment turned into $3.9 billion. 800 million to 3.9 billion in 12 years. And you're trying to tell me, and by the way, San Diego is a quote unquote small market team, in case you're wondering. You're telling me that all these owners are poor? I'm sorry. You don't get to claim to be a capitalist and then stop being a capitalist
For a billionaire. Yeah.
just out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, we can't afford this, then you shouldn't own the team.
Yep.
The end. You can't handle the finances of this $1 billion organization. During, by the way, the biggest boom in Major League Baseball of our lifetime. Like, we are in the midst of a Major League Baseball worldwide boom.
Yeah.
And you're telling me none of you can afford the player's salary? You're lying. And it's maddening
I
how
think
much
that
you're
people
lying.
do forget that, like, really in our lifetime, the only time that that baseball
1994.
even had a boom was post
Mm-hmm.
that CBA when they came back, and it was the steroid era.
Mm-hmm.
Into the early 2000s, like we saw, there was decreasing ratings, and then they boomed a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a short amount of time, and it was an unsustainable reason.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually very rare in the last 40 years for us to see things trend up for the MLB.
Yeah. And it's trending
For
very
MLB,
up.
by the way. When I say the MLB,
Oh, I
it
don't
drives
care.
people nuts.
I know it drives people nuts. Those
For
people,
MLB.
those people need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
It's annoying. That being said, I have a very similar pet peeve about Cracker Jack, because it is singular. It's the name of the brand. It's not the actual
Buy me
Carvel.
some peanuts and Cracker Jack.
Jack. Yes.
Okay.
You're welcome. Just remember that.
Well, it does only. I don't mind if I never get back.
You're
It's not
welcome.
bad. Yeah, good
You're
call.
all welcome for this information.
Wow, well done.
It's Cracker Jack.
Yeah.
It's-
And I do love Cracker Jack. It is actually quite good.
I do
Yeah.
too. But no, this is just, it's maddening. It's maddening how many fans fall hook, line, and sinker for it. It's very maddening how many people, and the argument that is just the most insane argument that I see all the time, and I hate how often I see this, is like, well, I want these to be affordable, and the players are making so much money, is making it unaffordable. Guys, if you think that if we put a salary cap, prices are going to go down, you are nuts.
That's insane.
You are officially
Have
the
you
craziest
checked in on the
person I've ever
NFL?
met.
Have you checked in and just recently, guys?
Like, and also, by the way, Donald Trump today came out and said that it should have a salary cap. So if there's ever fucking anything in your life to know that there shouldn't be a salary cap, that's it.
That'll do it.
I mean, I just got nothing else for you.
By the way, I wanted to say that I looked up sort of the leadership for the players on the MLBPA, and it looks like it's Marcus Semien, Chris Bassett, Paul Skeens, and Tarek Skubal are on there, which is like pretty wild. Brent Suter.
Yes, we're good. We're
Yeah,
good. Brent
Pete
Suter's
Fairbanks.
on there. No. Brent Suter's on there. We're good.
And Cedric Mullins.
Brent Suter's a very smart guy.
Okay.
I'm very happy about that. Good.
Yeah.
If I had my choice of a big leaguer to be in there, Brent Suter's on that list. No question.
Perfect.
So I like
So
that.
we're doing it. We already have talked about the fact that this PA is pretty exceptional in comparison to the other major teams, WNBA, and then the rest of the
Major
men's
League
sports.
Baseball's PA is the
So,
strongest PA
yeah.
that there is, and salary cap is a non-starter. It's not a conversation starter. You sending that was a joke. So the players will never agree to it. I advise them to never agree to it, and I think the Players Association doesn't care as much about the PR battle. I do think they should.
Right.
Because they are not winning the PR battle. Not necessarily losing it either, but we really need to start with education. That's what we need to do. We need to properly educate fans on exactly what we're talking about here.
Well, I feel like we talk about this all the time. It's like we have to educate people on billionaires and unions across the board.
Yes.
Right? Like, it's like not even just in sports. It's just, that's the wonderful thing about sports, is that it's pretty applicable to other industries when you talk about
Very
how
much
do you
so.
create worker solidarity
Very
against
much so.
incredibly powerful corporations.
And it's
That's why we always talk about the fact that sports themselves, are pretty socialist for the billionaires, which is what's so fucking drives us nuts.
No, it's only socialist when it's time to be socialist, and that's when they unionize together.
It's revenue sharing.
Yes.
It's everybody gets the same amount of money. It's making sure that you're getting subsidized by the fucking state and the places that you're in.
Isn't that weird how these really, really big capitalists just really love socialization when it suits them?
Yeah. Isn't that fucking interesting?
31.7 years. Mm-hmm. That's how many seconds a billion seconds is. Remember.
Yeah.
31.7 years. I am 39. That is most of my life. That's a long time.
Your whole life is a billion. Yeah.
Is a billionaire spending $1 a second. Just can you guys please think about this? Please, just critically for a second.
Now, on the flip side, on my end of things, this is the one thing I talked about while I was away. I ran up to my room to make a video about...
It's nuts.
So I'm in the middle of a panel, right? I'm pretty sure there's a governor speaking. And I look at my phone and I see Myles Garrett has been traded to the Rams.
Dude,
and I look over at my friend Ashley next to me and I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh my God.
And he's like, excuse me, governor? Guys, Myles Garrett is now a Ram.
By the way, I know, and there's like 7 people in the room who care, right? That's happening. And by the way, side note, 3 minutes later, I check my Instagram DMs. I've got an Instagram DM just, being like complimentary of something that I'd said in my video from Doc Rivers.
Hey, what up, Doc?
Right. So I'm like, I'm very distracted. So we get out of this panel. I run up to my room and I do a video about the Myles Garrett trade. And the first thing that needs to be said is, we'll go over it real quick, but they got the Cleveland Browns got Jared Verse, a first round pick, a second round pick, and a third round pick.
Can we real quick start with Jared Verse is a badass.
Jared Verse. So Jared Verse, exceptional player. They got somebody who is only 2 years into his career, won Rookie Defensive Player of the Year, has been in 2 Pro Bowls in his 2 years. Absolutely
it's the
dynamic
one thing I hope
player.
doesn't get lost in this.
Right.
Like Jared Verse is a fucking monster, and everyone here will be really sad to lose.
Yes, absolutely. Like you only get rid of Jared Verse for Myles Garrett.
Literally, that's it.
That's
like,
really
no one
it.
else.
So they did that. They gave up a first round, a second round, and a third round, and then they of course, because this is fucking Les Snead.
He's unbelievable.
Because this is Les Snead.
He's unbelievable.
They renegotiated
the
his
great Les Snead.
5-year
Build him a statue.
His 5-year deal, so that they renegotiated. The dude's still getting paid a shit ton of money, but of course, the salary cap this year is going to hit, and his actual base pay this year is going to be much lower, so that they can try to win a goddamn fucking Super Bowl.
Picks. Also, the aspect that this is also the aspect is I did ask them, because I had Les Snead on the show this week. Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
So in case you don't know,
he's my favorite NFL GM.
He's unbelievable.
You know
he was
that.
Great, by the way.
He's my favorite NFL GM. All I did all weekend was praise Les Snead. People try to bring up Howie Roseman, I love Howie Roseman, but Les Snead is the guy. Continue.
So Les Snead comes on the show. In case you don't know, I have a little show called D Fish and Decker over there on the Fan LA.
Is it D Fish and Decker now?
It is D Fish and Decker now.
Okay,
D Fish and Decker that you can check out on, of course, Monday through Friday right here in Los Angeles, 97.1 FM, and of course you can check it out on YouTube at the Fan LA. Yes, I'm doing this all right now. They do not pay me to do this on this show, but I'm doing it anyway.
But you might as well.
But I might as well because I do want you guys to watch it. I'm really, really happy about the show. We had Les Snead, me and the great Derek Fisher had Les Snead on this week, and man, I did get to ask him some very important questions, and he did answer said questions.
Okay, let's hear.
I asked how far back this was going, and he said I can't get into details, which tells me a long time.
Which tells me there was tampering.
A long time. But then here's one thing that he did kind of say around draft night, which has been reported. It seems very much so that this led to them drafting Ty Simpson, considering the fact they won't have a first-round draft pick for a while. So they were aware of that. So this is some pretty good chess that they were playing early on.
Yeah, I love that explanation for it because I still think Sean McVay is pissed about Ty Simpson.
I still think that too. But if you really put it in this context, it does make.
I believe in Les. So
it does make a little sense.
It makes a lot more sense.
And then you go a little bit in the future, and you're seeing how this is all kind of shaking out. So I also asked him on top of that the very big question here in Los Angeles. And it immediately started because you saw the memes and everything. Then Trey Wingo puts out a tweet about this Photoshop of Myles Garrett next to Aaron Donald. And everyone's like, God, how great would this be? And then Trey Wingo, who doesn't really speak out of pocket all that often, just out of nowhere throws out a tweet, quote tweeting it says,
Actually, Trey Wingo is very out of pocket.
well,
Yeah,
not
no.
normally when it comes to just future things that he seemed to
Sure,
have
okay.
an information about.
Okay, yeah,
He's
yeah.
out of pocket about
A lot of
things,
yeah,
but
okay,
I'm not.
okay.
But he's not going to put out something like
Like an insider scoop.
he.
Yeah.
This was more of like a wink insider scoop, and
Okay.
kind of he alluded that this is more than a fantasy. Can't talk about this more.
So so you talked to, did you ask Les?
So immediately, Les, I got to ask you because I'd be remiss not to because everyone's talking about it. Is it possible that Aaron Donald can come back? And he immediately said, I will tell you this. It is far more possible right now than it was a year ago.
What the fuck?
And then he just goes, I know he's in great shape. I know he's even tweeted about coming
I know
back a
he's
little
Aaron
bit.
Donald.
And let's make no mistake, this is not tampering. He's allowed to say this.
Yeah, of course. Oh,
Because
yeah,
they
yeah.
own his rights.
Yeah, no, he's not. There's no issue with that.
Yeah, no issue at all.
No.
So he started putting, and he even put it on us. He's like, if you guys want to start a campaign to bring back Aaron, and so we started said campaign. Aaron Donald today tweeted a photo from a football field.
I saw that.
Saying day one, motherfucker, Aaron Donald's coming back. This team's going to
thought
be
this
absurd.
People have been saying this in my comments, and I was like, let Aaron Donald rest. Don't bother Aaron Donald.
Aaron Donald's
I
not
didn't
fucking around.
realize. I had no idea he was even considering.
Aaron Donald was reached out by, is it Jordan Schultz report? Jordan Schultz, and asked him if this is a possibility. And he did reply, and I quote, I am certainly flirting with the idea.
I saw that today.
Yeah,
But
that was.
like, I kind of thought that it was like him just enjoying the
Dude,
attention.
I think this shit's real.
That's fucking insane.
I legitimately think that I don't know this, obviously. I'm just using my
yeah.
warped brain. I think there is an account in the Cayman Islands that has $35 million in it right now
Yeah.
that he's supposed to go on a European trip in like 10 years to pick up.
I got to be honest. This entire thing, like regardless of whether they get Aaron Donald or not, they're in a really great spot. They made the
just an
NFC
extra.
Championship game last year with, Matthew Stafford playing as the MVP. And the fuck them picks thing is so beautiful, and this is what I've told a lot of people in my comments and having the conversation,
Leslie's
which is
unbelievable.
part of what I was talking about was don't let your NFL GM tell you don't have the picks, you don't have the money, you don't have the cap space. Don't fucking
give
tell
you
me
less
that, because when they traded the farm away for all the picks they gave up for Matthew Stafford, the picks they gave up for Jalen Ramsey, the picks that they've given up and all of the money that they've spent. There was a time where I was like, this guy is nuts. They're not going to be able to draft for so long. How are they going to do? I could not believe it. And
Exact same thing.
and I have been, and I mean, the way that I was, like, it's taught me so much about
What
the
you can
value,
do.
right? What you can do. Here's the caveat. The one thing you need to do is be able to draft well, and so that's why he's my favorite fucking
The guy
GM,
drafted Puka Nacua.
because he drafts the way he drafts, then manages the cap the way that he manages it, then spends his picks and his free agent spending the way that he spends them in his trade. It's every single. But don't tell me. If you can't pull it off, your GM's not doing their job right. And you know what? That's okay. Not everybody can be Les Snead. But the one thing you got to just admit is, like, he's just not as good.
Yep.
Because everything that he says, I had to draft Ty Simpson because we won't have picks. I don't even believe he won't have picks.
He didn't say that to me. That's what's being reported.
Okay.
And it does seem as though
So, like,
maneuvering was done for that.
The
thing.
idea. So, like, even then, I'm like, he'll somehow have picks, and he'll end up with Lamar Jackson.
By the way, I think I firmly believe this. I don't think Ty Simpson will ever play a game for the Rams.
No.
I think he's a trade piece.
No, somehow Lamar Jackson's going to be the starting quarterback of the goddamn Rams.
Yeah, here's the future. This is exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah.
They're going to win the Super Bowl this year, and maybe Matthew Stafford stays on another year because it is $65
He's gotta
$60
retire
million.
if they win
But if
the-
they win the Super Bowl, he's probably going to retire. And you know what? I would too. Retire right there, and then there you go. We have a quarterback situation. But it ain't going to be Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson's going to get traded to the fucking Baltimore Ravens or the Cincinnati Bengals, and then it's going to be Joe Burrow or fucking Lamar Jackson here. Watch. I'm fucking calling it now. This is what's happening.
And if it's not either one of them, somehow it's Josh Allen.
Somehow.
So, like, that's how, or how about this? Another possibility.
I'm listening.
Andy Reid retires. Patrick Mahomes He's done. He's done in Kansas City.
Yeah, fuck it. Why
It's
not? We'll
time-
get Patrick Mahomes
right?
for another 10 years.
Would anybody be surprised at
No,
this point?
'cause that's what Les Snead
And
does.
everybody's like, it could never happen. He doesn't have the picks. He always somehow has the
He finds
fucking
the
picks.
He
I
finds
don't
the
know.
picks.
So yeah.
So I listen. I've been like, for the last couple of years, I've been on the Rams as kind of my NFC team.
Yeah.
And now I'm really annoyed that other people are jumping on the bandwagon. I'm like,
Yeah.
no. I jumped on the bandwagon before the bandwagon was
Hey, you
cool.
want to know when I jumped on it was when I started covering the Rams in 2016 when Jeff Fisher was the coach. So I get credit.
So I jumped on it a little bit in 19 because I was like, you know what, I need an NFC team.
well, Sean
anyways.
McVay had just become the coach.
And I was just like, you know what, I kind of want to. I don't know. It's in LA, which is kind of cool to me. I'm
Yeah.
like, you know what? I'm in. I had to convince myself. It took
Yeah.
me a few minutes, but I'm like, yeah, I'm a diehard Raider fan, but I need an NFC team.
Yeah, they're
obviously,
AFC, so
fuck
you're
it.
fine. Yeah.
I am so glad I made that decision. I'm enjoying. The
I do
shit
love
out of
their.
this.
I will say they're not my NFC team. I do like they're LA, so I'm gonna like
Yeah.
in that way. And because they
Well, man,
don't,
they're
they're not in
fun.
the AFC. They're not my NFC team, but I do love them. And I more importantly, I don't even think I love the Rams. I love Les Snead and Sean McVay.
Man, fuck them picks. I can't
Fuck
get
them
enough
picks
of it.
forever, man.
All
right.
right, let's move over to Media Corner.
Couple
Tanya,
of quick hitters here.
Let's do it.
Nothing deep, which is kind of fun for us. For once, we don't have to go too hard into Media Corner, but I do love this. So, in some fucking rare good news in Media Corner.
Wow,
rare
look
good
at us.
news. We get to enjoy ourselves.
Positivity today.
Yes. Joel Klatt is replacing Kirk Herbstreit as the color commentator in EA Sports College Football 27.
like
Mostly
Joel Klatt.
just wanted to talk about this because it's just a rare win for the good guys
Yeah, I like
and
Joel
sports
Klatt a
fans
lot.
in general. I love Joel Klatt.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
First of
pretty
all,
cool.
I don't know. So this is like kind of a twofold thing. I love Joel Klatt as much as I hate Kirk Herbstreit. And so that's what's like so perfect, right? Is that like everything that Kirk
Yeah, Kirk
Herbstreit is the opposite of like Joel Klatt is so kind. He's first of all, he's great at his job, but he's also just like a really good dude.
Can I
A
point something
really
out?
good dude.
So, like, I need to be educated more on Kurt Herbstreit because I don't know enough about him and why everybody hates him. I'm assuming it's the reasons I'm assuming and think.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely like Trumpy and MAGA.
That's what I
right?
figured.
But I hated him before that.
I never liked his announcing or his work. All
Yeah, I
that
mean, I
much.
hated
He's
his
fine.
Ohio State homerdom before that. I
it
hated
is
like a
what it
lot
is.
of, but he was, like good enough at his job. It wasn't like I was ever like, oh, you're not good at this job. He's that classic. Everything has got some sort of dog whistle in it. Like,
yeah, no, I
right?
have seen those, but
Yeah.
I guess I don't care about him all that much. That it's just completely just missed me for the most part.
I mean,
I know he has
I'm
a
surprised-
dog. That's literally the
Oh, the
majority
dog.
of I
Well,
know.
the dog died, and then he got another dog.
Well, I'm glad he got another dog. That's
Yeah,
good.
sure.
I'm fine with that.
Did like the
everybody should have
dog.
a
I always love a dog. I don't hold the dog responsible for their owner.
Like Hitler had a dog. I felt bad for that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
You're assuming he had a dog?
I don't know. I've
Seems
I've
like he
heard.
didn't have time for a dog.
Listen,
It's
I did study. He had a dog.
He had a dog.
Hitler had a dog.
Mocha, how do you know this?
Because I remember vividly in college history. I remember my history class.
You guys, that was not the most important Hitler details.
It was
to
my
remember.
college dissertation, and I think it was titled
Hitler had a
"Hitler
dog.
Had a Dog." I admit it's not the first
Now,
thing you look
this is
up.
why you didn't
Yeah, it's right.
graduate.
It's right up there with he. Did you know he painted?
Okay, well, I'm glad we. So Hitler and Kirk Herbstreit had dogs. Good to know.
It's a weird Venn diagram.
There they are. But yeah, he's got a lot of.
I have a dog.
There's a lot of relationships to his sports analysis that I really, really don't love. But more importantly, I love Joel Klatt, and he's a good dude. He's incredible at his job. And it's nice to see someone in the industry, one of the few white men in the industry that I really, really like, get the win. Now, I would love at some point for this to not be a blonde white man that's getting this job, but you know what? We're going to take these baby steps toward
I
from
prefer
Herbstreit
bald
to Joel
white guys.
Klatt.
For bald bearded.
You
white
want bald?
guys.
Yeah, we don't need the
But there's
blonde.
not enough bald bearded white guys with sweet glasses and tattoos with both sleeves. That's all I'm saying.
Well, there's plenty of them, but they're just not on our side of things.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I do look like I can infiltrate.
Yes.
And
Oh, you absolutely-
I'm basically a T800 Mocha. I'm an infiltration unit.
I've told people this. A few of my friends, a few of my black girlfriends specifically have been like, do people think that you're like conservative because of the way you look? And I was like,
People definitely
oh,
think I am.
yeah.
People definitely think I am.
Yeah, I mean, the internet, like occasionally, it's not happening anymore now that I'm a little bit more notable, but like it used to happen all the time where people were like, I saw you and did not expect what you were about to say. But in real life, people will say stuff around me and I'm like an undercover. I'm like an undercover cop. I'm like,
There's a lot of people in New York in this
Yeah.
industry that I've hung out with that I was just like, oh yeah, you ain't my guy. You ain't my person.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah.
Like, we're fine. Like we don't need to do this.
it's really
It's
wild,
a lot
right?
more people than you might think.
Yeah, it does fuel my fire. I'll tell you that much. So happy for Joel Klatt. That's
Me
really
too.
all it is.
That is very cool.
And
That is
happy
cool,
for whoever plays College Football 27 because they're about to have a much better experience. Because again, Herb Street not popular. There's a reason they made this change. The other thing is ESPN has been under fire and had to apologize essentially for using an artificial intelligence version of Tony Parker during the second half of the NBA finals or the NBA. Was this the NBA finals? What was the?
I believe it was the NBA finals. Yes, this was the other night.
This was the other night.
This was very much the other night.
No,
I didn't look into details, but I saw the headline and never looked. Further.
I saw what they were what was reposted, and it is very clearly an AI representation of Tony Parker. Of a thing that actually happened.
Yeah.
Like it's a
There
real.
are photos.
There's photos
Real
and videos
photos.
of it. This wasn't from 1940.
There was
like,
real emotion. The like people were cheering. He held a trophy.
and this is ESPN. They have an archive. Unlike, outside of, I can't think of anything outside of the old Sports Illustrated archive that might have rivaled the archive of video and photo footage that ESPN has access to. There's a real photo of this moment, and they AI'd it.
Yeah. As our industry, the sports media industry, gets more and more gutted and more folded in on itself by massive conglomerates, we're seeing more and more layoffs because obviously, no one wants to ever investigate monopolies anymore, and obviously competition's a bad thing. We need it all to be just one gigantic company so we can then fire 35% of said workforce, and that is what has been happening at ESPN systematically for year after year. And Fox as well as every other industry in this thing. This industry has been gutting itself in such a fucking disgusting way. That I'll use my new gig as an example. That I am so happy about this gig for multiple reasons. Not just that I'm very lucky to have gotten the opportunity to do the morning show, but it's also because it's a new channel. It's a new expansion here. No one's expanding. Everyone's contracting. We're hiring people. We're expanding LA sports right now. And I look at that as an opportunity of, a rising tide to lift other ships. So I hope this is good for AM 570. I hope it's good for the ESPN guys on AM as well. I hope it's good for all of us. And I hope it's good for the industry. I hope it's a trend that will go forward. Yeah. Unfortunately, on the TV side, everything is owned by Disney now, and the rest that isn't owned by Disney is owned by Fox. So and now Netflix is in there as well, but they're not really increasing jobs because what they're doing is just hiring the people that already hired at other people because they're working in conjunction with each other.
Right.
This is fucking really ugly.
Yeah.
And the fact that we're not even hiring fucking video editors to properly put together video packages on SportsCenter
that's the thing, Cody.
is disgusting.
No, that's the thing. We have inside information about this. There's plenty of video editors. There's plenty of people there that would do this. There were video editors working on this broadcast. So here's what I wonder.
They're seeing if they can do it.
Well, I think that there's a part of that might be at play. What can they get away with? I also think that, and this is a conspiracy theory kind of, and it's half baked, so you can sort of just, we'll chat it out a little bit. But I think a lot of these companies are in these sort of dark money handshake negotiation deals with artificial intelligence companies to essentially slow roll AI into their programming. And they're making money in places that isn't being reported. I think that there are corporate relationships that are technically on the books that we don't know about, because when I tell you there is no reason on planet Earth. I've worked in sports television my whole life. I have 1,000 friends that work at ESPN. Mm-hmm. It was harder to do this than to just have an editor throw in the actual Tony Parker. This was a lot harder. That's weird. That's concerning. That makes me think that there is a motive that, to your point, could be, what can we get away with? Can we replace these people with AI without people noticing? But also, what type of relationships do you have already with these companies and with the providers of this service that made you feel like this was necessary? So it's very concerning. I am already out of the industry myself in terms of working in mainstream sports television, but not everybody that I love and that I'm friends with is. This is fucking concerning. Like, this is a problem.
It's not a problem.
I have friends who talk about AI, work in AI, and like, I can't do it. I'm so fucking over it, Cody.
It's really ugly, but I got to tell you this. What you're telling me is that this is a half-baked theory. I think this is I honestly think this is exactly what's taking place.
It's just, it's a theory in the sense that I don't actually have.
I think whether it's Disney or a subsidiary of Disney, or if it's whatever entity it is, has some sort of deal with an open AI or this or that. 100%. These are not good people.
No.
I just don't know what else to tell you. These aren't good people. These are all like. And when I'm talking about the AI, do I need to tell you that Sam Altman's a fucking monster? Like, do I need to do that?
By the way, do I need to tell you that when billionaires are like, hey, this would be really good for you guys, it'll be really good for you to use this, that you should be skeptical?
Yeah, you don't think that...
You think billionaires want us to make money?
You think that cutting labor entirely is not exactly what they're trying to do? This was all laid out in the 80s from Ronald Reagan. I don't have to tell you. It's just like this. Literally, the path of wealth has a massive trajectory. Literally from that, it's just it's so disturbing that no one can look at a chart. But yeah, this is where it's going, and good luck, everyone.
Yeah. So, I mean, stay loud. Like, the best thing we can do is stay loud. I don't want to just be nihilistic and act like there's nothing we can do. People were pretty outraged. They said what they said. Stay loud. Stay vigilant about not using it when you listen. There's some stuff where AI is built into an app or whatever else. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about generative AI. We're talking about the type of AI that's replacing editors and artists and things like that.
You know what Google's
are really important.
I don't know if it's still their motto, but I will tell you this was their motto, and I did appreciate this for a long time. Highly doubt the motto is still.
Oh no, they're using the fuck
used.
out of AI. Yeah.
Oh no. The model was. I think it even was attributed to AI. No matter what, the first number rule was don't be evil.
Yeah, they've crossed that boundary, but
too late.
Yeah. So just that's the thing is like ESPN had to address it publicly. Good. Keep doing this. The one thing that and we're going to get into this now that we're getting into catch up corner. The one thing I've taken away from having been in Washington, D.C. with a bunch of content creators is nihilism is like just simply not a fucking option. We are not out here having this conversation, doing politics on a sports show so that we can tell everybody that nothing can be done and nothing matters.
No, it all matters.
So if you see AI Tony Parker and you want to fucking pop off about it, that's meaningful. Please do so. Don't act like it doesn't matter. It does.
No, it really does. Guys, it's why we do this show.
Yeah.
You know, we do this show because we feel like no one else is.
Yeah.
And we feel informed, and we are informed enough to do this show. And we have very, very unique perspectives in the sports world. And the one thing I love about this show and love about working with you is, despite how much we do bust balls and despite how much we do get angry and occasionally nihilistic with how annoying it gets, we do always try to lead with empathy.
Yeah.
And that is literally the one thing I think sports... I mean, there is a lot of empathy in sports. Like, look no further than Wemby, but then I see the pushback on it. Like, my problem with sports is the pushback on Victor Wembanyama. If there's an ounce of pushback
and Caleb Williams,
that pushback is what's wrong with sports. The people that want you to be mad, make money off it, is what's wrong with sports, and it happens to just also be what's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, that's a perfect way for us to segue into Catch Up Corner, and we'll talk about what's going on with both of us. But I did have a big weekend in Washington, D.C. I went to a conference called Trending Up, that was about 280 creators from around the country. We were hosted in DC at a beautiful 5-star hotel on the wharf.
cool.
And we spent the weekend going to panels, having conversations, different creators were teaching different little seminars on things, and networking with each other, meeting each other, and figuring out kind of what's what. The thing that's really interesting that segues into this conversation that you just said is that we just don't have a lot of this in sports. And of all of those creators with all these different niches, listen, I met the momfluencers. I met more people who do content with their cats than I met sports creators. Mm-hmm. It was me and Coach Jackie. Do you know Coach Jackie?
I don't know Coach Jackie.
She does women's sports.
I should check her out.
And she's fantastic. You'd love her. She does a lot of like just history about women's sports and just like, whatever. She's young Gen Z, kind of bringing everybody into the mix on the women's side of things. And she and I started following each other because we both had an intersection of talking about trans women in sports. And her and I were the only sports creators at this event.
Yeah.
Everybody else in all of these different niches. And that to me is fucking crazy considering just how political sports truly are.
Pretty crazy.
And so I felt like I spent all weekend sort of explaining to people just how political sports are. And the event itself obviously was gave me a lot of insight into the fact that there is people are fighting this battle in every single industry that they're in, right?
Yeah.
So that was obviously a very big part of the time that I was there. Other part of the time that I was there was me just being like, holy fuck, there's a lot of creators here that are my FYP. That I don't know if you've ever heard this thing, but when people go and do this stuff, they say like, this is crazy. My whole FYP is here. My whole feed is here. They're
FYP.
Yeah, For You page. That's a TikTok thing.
Okay. Yeah.
My whole algorithm is here. My whole like
Fuck,
whatever.
I'm old.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry, Mocha. Teach me your ways.
You don't even need Mocha. Apparently, I'm doing the job for him.
What is this Gen Z chick I'm doing this show with?
But it is actually that. Like, it is actually fucking wild to walk into a hotel lobby and see like 20 people you follow on the internet with millions of followers just like standing there in front of you checking into the same hotel, right? Everybody was a lot nicer than I thought they would be.
That's good to hear.
It was there was not a lot of big timing.
Catty, big time.
Yeah. There was one girl that definitely hates me.
Well, she can go fuck herself.
Yeah,
Who is it? Name names.
No, well,
Coward.
No, she's a political influencer, and I don't know where she's based out of. But literally one time I disagreed with her publicly on the internet, and she fucking cold shouldered the fuck out of me. We were out at a karaoke bar, and she was like, right in front of me was like, yeah. And when people think that they and she like fucking tried to talk shit about me in front of me to somebody else that I was friends with. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm like not doing this. I've had such a good weekend, but she hates me. So it is what it is.
Listen, we're different in this respect. I fucking love confrontation. If you want to say something to me, I'm happy to talk.
It's not that I dislike confrontation. I'm not afraid of that at all. It was like, when I'm looking at if I'm looking at a drunk white girl talking shit in front of me, you're not worth my fucking time, dude.
No, I love debating a drunk white girl. That's it's target practice. What are you doing?
Yeah, but like that,
you could have sharpened
that's not going to
yourself.
work in my favor because we're in a group of mutual friends, and now we're going to be there's going to be picking sides on the internet.
They should have better friends.
I'm good, But other than that, everything was really great. Loved everybody there. It was the big thing that obviously the creator thing was its own, obviously its own thing. We had this great setup. We were going to all these panels, met some governors, did the whole thing.
Very cool.
The thing that I was building to that I was nervous about all weekend was going to Capitol Hill on Wednesday and talking with our senator, our Southern California Senator, Alex Padilla. Mm-hmm. So we all wake up a little bit, tired from the night before partying, get on a shuttle over to the Capitol. It was incredible. I didn't know how I was going to feel about being there. Obviously, it's not the best time to be patriotic, but seeing the Capitol building, being in front of it, being in these, it was incredible. I've never gotten to do that. I also didn't know this was going to happen. We walk in for our little initiation just to like get ready before we all go meet with our representatives and senators. Elizabeth Warren walks in.
Oh.
She gives us a rousing speech. That was fucking awesome. She's one of the few politicians I heard from over the weekend where I was like, she almost made me want to cry how much she cared. Like, she cares. And she's been doing this for so long, and she still fucking cares so much. And she came in so ready to be excited about the impact that we can have. And it was very, very cute. But I got to take the underground Senate tunnel train to the Senate offices. I didn't even know it existed. It was really sick. So that was really cool.
Pretty cool.
Also, Alex Padilla, side note,
Yeah.
tall.
He looks tall.
Yeah.
He looks like a big guy.
I didn't realize he was tall. He's like, I mean, I was probably 6 feet with my sneakers on. This guy was like a few inches tall. He had to have been like 6'3".
Hey, shit.
Yeah.
Alex Padilla.
Yeah.
Big dude.
Tall.
Big
yeah.
dude, man.
And so he's
Jealous.
yeah.
I need that height.
It was. I haven't cut.
I got stuck at 5'11", and by the way, relax, all ladies that are saying, "Oh, you're probably 5'7". No, I'm actually 5'11".
No, I did.
I hate being 5'11".
I did make sure he was 5'11" because I'm 5'10". I'm just slightly under 5'10".
I am a little taller than you.
And we've barefoot did the thing. He has an inch.
Your husband has confirmed that I am taller than you.
Has he?
Yes.
Oh.
He did this in front of your husband. He's like, "Sorry, Tanya. Narrative is dead. He's 5'11". Nice try, lady.
Was I still arguing it?
Yes. You were saying bullshit. I'm like, no. Fucking he's right here.
I feel like we had already handled it, and then I must have backtracked. So yes, he is 5'11". It does sound like a fake height. It is usually a fake height.
No, trust me. I wish I was 6'1". I've never claimed it. Even back in the day in my Hinge profiles, I said 5'11". I was honest about it.
Well, I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you. I do think honesty is good.
Honesty is good, and also 5'11" is not short, so you're fine. It's not like you're like, oh, I have to admit to being 5'3".
It's short in them streets.
Well, yeah, because there's.
You know what I'm talking about, Mocha?
No, you're because.
Almost there.
Right? It's like you're not even a person.
But that's you know what annoys me? It's because of women who are like 5'2" who want a dude over 6 feet. What do you need with a dude over 6 feet?
Where do you get the balls to make such a thing?
What's with that request? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? What are we doing on that front?
Sure, people are nice too.
Are they?
Yeah, some of them.
Short people.
I know.
Mocha, you're not short.
Yeah, Mocha, aren't you 6
What are you talking about?
How tall are you?
No, Mocha's like
Say
my
your height, asshole.
Mocha, aren't you my height?
5'9".
Are you really?
5'9". I don't know.
Okay, well that's not that far off from me.
I thought you were my height.
Okay, well that's what we're doing.
Take your
after the
shoes
show.
off. Let's go back to back.
Yeah, we're supposed to go back to back. We'll figure this out. So yeah, that was
6 feet. I know that.
No, you poor thing. He's not.
well.
6 feet.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that, but I don't feel like I'm that much taller than you. I think normally I'm just wearing heels or big shoes.
Listen, I'm really glad you had that experience.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I hope you learned a shit ton. I hope you learned what you're doing is extremely worthwhile, and that it can change minds, and it can change the world. So I'm excited for you. I'm excited for us.
Yeah.
For what I'm excited to pick your brain on what you did learn. So
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
for
we got some good feedback like from people there that were watching our clips that are like loving what we're doing. I've never been more sure that what we're doing in talking about politics and making sure we put it into our platform and what is as important as it is and as valuable as it is. I've never been more sure of that than I am now. And now I'm in contact with governors and senators, baby. We're back in.
We're hitting the big time, baby.
Come on now.
We're in the big time.
I'm for real.
That's
now.
right. We're in the.
I've got friends who got millions of followers.
We're coastal elites now.
I was networking. I was having drinks with some of your favorites on the internet.
I love that. I love that.
And that's how you make things happen.
That's how it works.
I was saying during the thing, I was like, it's so annoying how we have all of these like events at this conference, but it's so cliche. The real networking happens when you're later after the whole thing, when you're out at the bars.
It's at the bars.
That's where it all
networking
happens.
in 3 places.
Always.
Bars, golf courses. Where's the third one? There's a third one in there.
Strip clubs.
Yeah, not me, man. I had a bad experience when I was 19, and I try to avoid, at all costs.
Wait, that's funny because Chris did too.
Yeah, bad experience at 19.
Was it all nude?
I don't remember. I honestly can't remember.
Okay.
But I remember it being a horrible experience.
Okay.
And I think since then, I've been to a strip club two or three times.
Okay.
Because there's one strip club in Reno that has unbelievable food.
Yeah, like the Magic City Wings.
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
I swear to God, this place in
Yeah.
Reno, because I played baseball in Reno, after games, I would go by there on the way home. Because you ever see Shoresy? It's
Yes.
like the Colson. It's like one side's
Okay.
a restaurant, the other side's a strip club.
Perfect.
And it was great. I fucking love
Like,
that
I
place.
gotta get the burger.
Dude, the food is fucking great. I ate there like most nights.
That's really funny.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, but that was the most annoying part was every night when I was so tired and didn't want to go back out. I'm like, well, this is how I'm going to meet people, and I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong. That was where everything happened, where everything went down.
Sweet.
And there's a bunch of stuff that we're all going to keep between each other. We have, we formed bonds.
I love that.
Well,
I love
yeah.
that. Yeah. Well, good for you.
Do you have anything to report about while I was gone?
You know what? Really, the only thing to report is I've really enjoyed my new schedule. I've enjoyed this new gig. I've really, it's like listen, it's a dream come true. It's but it's an opportunity. Like that's the thing that I think a lot of people get lost when they get into these gigs. It was a lot of work to get that spot. Now the work actually begins,
Yeah.
and now it's a real it's a responsibility. It's an opportunity, and it's fun. I want to handle this how I handle all of my shit. Like I don't want to be hot take guy. I'm never the one
No
thing
one wants that either.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I'm a massive pushback on that shit.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny. My counterpart in New York is WFAN. WFAN and me
and
are not the
EEI
same.
in Boston,
EEI in
right?
Boston,
Yeah.
and IP in but those things are not me. Like I
Yeah.
am not doom and gloom. I'm here trying to tell you all, calm the fuck down. Like
Yeah.
you guys don't seem to get this shit's hard, and I like D-Fish and I are like trying to we want to educate fans.
Well,
we
you're
want it to
two
be
former
fucking fun.
athletes
Yeah, we
with a
want it to be
lot of
fun.
experience in different parts of the games. So, what's the point in you two becoming hot take artist assholes?
Yeah, and that's just not who we are. Dude.
Right.
I want people to be
You're just
a better.
two nice guys with not a lot of hair between the two of you.
No, dude. What sucks? I couldn't get a comb through this 5 years ago. Tanya, you should have seen me.
I don't need it. I
was
genuinely
fucking
think.
handsome.
I genuinely think this is a look.
I appreciate
Like,
that.
I
You
do.
don't understand. You never. I know your
doesn't-
mother is being haunted by Jay Decker, but when I
know
look in
he
the
had
mirror,
lettuce, I know.
You have no idea how much I look in the mirror. I'm like, fuck, that's Jay.
Yeah.
That is not.
I
it.
know.
That is just. I hate how much I look like Jay.
Okay, well, I've seen pictures of your father. I think you look great.
Thank you.
You do
Very
not
kind
need
of
the
you.
hair.
That being said, yes, it's been an incredible time. Getting back in the daily, not the daily grind, just the daily rotation of daily radio, and especially 6 to 10, which is like the spot. And, I'm like honored to do it. I got to be the first voice on this channel.
Yeah.
And that is just like, I got to pinch myself because
Yeah.
there aren't a lot of these jobs. Like there just aren't. It's
No, I know. I'm finding that out.
Yeah.
I'm currently figuring. I've got a plan. Now I've got a plan, and I think it's going to work.
I believe it.
I don't think I'm going to need an employer, but
believe it.
it's going to require a lot of work.
It is.
Work I want to do. You and I both love work.
very much love
That's the
working.
thing is we both like working. If you're going to get up at 4 a.m. and have to go into work every day, I get it. Like
Yeah.
I was doing that I love
Same.
work.
And I love doing it in LA, like
Yeah.
at my home. Like, dude, this doesn't happen to everybody, and I know that. So
Yeah.
I'm very appreciative of the opportunity. I'm very lucky for it. And dude, I hope people who find me here will love to check out what I'm doing.
Yeah,
on
please
the
do.
Fan.
I hope people do because what you're doing over there with Derek
will
Fisher
only help
is,
this and
it's
vice
fun.
versa.
It's something different. If you like Cody, it's more Cody, but just
Yeah.
with some a little bit of an extra twist
Yeah,
on a different.
it's a lot more
different
of
vibe.
it's a lot more
He's
of a
not
different
yelling
vibe.
as much.
I'm not yelling
you know?
nearly as much. I'm not as angry on that show.
Yeah.
That being said, I do get pissed off.
But,
I can't help it.
yeah.
At the end of the day,
It's
is
always
me.
there.
At the end of the day, I can't.
But either way,
stop
I
being
mean,
me.
either way, we're both really. I think the moral of the story of Catch Up Corners, we're both really grateful for the opportunities that we're getting, where things are landing us, and kind of what's in store for the future.
and we're really excited about what we're doing here. Like
We got plans.
we're only gonna keep building this for I hope years to come and turn this into.
I'm
something
doing
that
this
we're really excited
podcast
about.
until I'm 70.
I'm not going anywhere.
No need to
I
stop.
built this fucking studio. We're using it.
This is yes. No, and eventually I might have to live here. So just
It's a pull-out couch in the
that's
other
what I'm
room.
saying.
Let Chris know.
I don't know where the economic status of this country is going. Rents, you know, you never know what happens. I might have to live
Well,
in that
you know how it goes.
green room.
Inherited house wealth. So
Yes,
I got you.
that's what I'm talking about.
So I listen. It's been fun, and I'm really excited about the future of it. I'm excited for the opportunities. I mean, there's also cool things that I get to do. Like I saw Death Cab for Cutie this week in the K Rock, like in the In and Out soundstage.
Oh, that's awesome. That's where you went. Okay.
It was like it was a very intimate show where they played for an hour, and like
One of
it's
these
just
times, I
badass.
would like to be around for these things so I can like.
You can
No,
go.
you know,
I'll bring you.
Yeah, I need to go. You know what I want? I'm gonna request ahead of time. Anytime you're in a luxury box for a basketball game or a football game,
Oh, you're
that's
in.
what I'm in
You're
for.
in. No,
Okay.
I think I can go to the Sparks a lot because I actually fucking love
Okay,
going to Sparks. games.
in. Okay,
All right, we're
so
going to
that's
Sparks
I'm grabbing my spot for one of those.
Okay,
ahead of
done and
time.
done. We're
you
gonna
guys
catch
heard
Sparks
it. If he backs out on it, you're my.
I'm not gonna back out. If they give me Sparks tickets,
No,
I'm
you're
taking you
very.
to a Sparks game.
You're pretty generous.
Jesus Christ. Fuck. Well, listen, I know it's since we took Monday off, we didn't get an opportunity to get into the bloody sock. It's listen, we promise we're gonna get into it. In
Yeah.
fact, we're gonna do it on Monday.
We've never lied to you before about this. I don't know why you wouldn't believe us now.
I don't know why you feel like Charlie Brown and we're Lucy pulling the ball. It's
When we
fucking
do
ridiculous.
eventually have this conversation, I mean, you're not quite ready for it, and I think maybe that's why we're putting it off because we don't want to get in a fight. We just got back together. It's just we just don't want to get in a fight.
It wasn't blood and fuck Kurt Schilling.
Fuck Kurt Schilling.
Like, share, and subscribe.